Welcome to AwakeningYOU channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Dear sons and daughters of planet Earth, I am Sananda. Once again, it is with great joy that I come to you today. Whenever I come, I try to bring a teaching, I try to bring facts, examples that can help your souls evolve a little every day. Each soul has a journey. It doesn't matter if they are souls that have been here for a long time or if they are souls that have recently arrived on the planet. Each soul that enters the energy of this planet absorbs this entire layer of the third dimension, and all that perfection that existed before ceases to exist just by entering the atmosphere of this planet. The environment itself, the people residing here, makes each newly arrived soul begin to live within all those precepts inherent to the third dimension. Many manage to maintain their unconditional love and manage to continue the journey making few mistakes, which will lead to karma, to future lessons. The vast majority, upon arriving here, instantly forget everything they once were and start living as if they had already lived on this planet for millennia, thus generating all kinds of karma to be fulfilled. So at this point I have already equalized the souls that arrived, the souls that have been here for a long time. They all have lessons to learn, they all have debts in their own journeys. And who do these debts owe? With themselves. Let's understand that every gesture, every thought, every action, every word said against someone or something, is like a boomerang, will reach the point where it will come back to you again. It doesn't matter if this return is slow, it's fast, will come back. So you, all of you, are reaping the fruits of your own journeys. There is no divine judgment. Divine judgments, universal laws, judge much more important things and their consequences for the whole. When each of you makes a mistake, it is your own individual soul laws that bring everything back so that you realize the harm you have caused. The big problem with all this is that they were taught that physical suffering applied karma. And I can guarantee you that it doesn't placate. Because physical suffering causes other feelings, it does not eliminate the lesson applied, it does not eliminate the mistake made. And you became unbalanced over time and many reached the stage you are in today, totally weakened, because you believed, during several incarnations, that physical suffering alleviated your own mistakes. So let's talk about the current time. Each of you is heading towards ascension, and for this to happen, you will need to clear all the records of mistakes made by your souls. A quick and efficient way of cleaning is forgiveness. This feeling is as powerful as unconditional love, because when it is emanated intensely and comes from the bottom of the heart, it is capable of instantly eliminating the mistake made. This is the divine law, this is light divine law, not physical suffering, just forgiveness asked in an intense and profound way. And the divine law is so perfect that it doesn't matter if your request for forgiveness is accepted, the important thing was your action in asking for forgiveness. There's the way. There is no other. And asking for forgiveness is like erasing the process, like eliminating it from your minds and your auras, and consequently from your souls. This is the path, the request for forgiveness. No other. So right now, you have this awareness. The vast majority were made to have this awareness. And whoever has applied this is leaving all the processes carried out by their souls along the way. Many may say, just that? But with so much suffering caused and just asking for forgiveness is enough to alleviate what I feel. So now let's talk from the other side. Yes, that request for forgiveness, if made deeply and honestly, will eliminate the mistake made by that other soul. Now why do you hold so much grudge? Why do they kill so much pain, so much anger? So for you the path is different, for you the path is to forgive. But also forgive in the same way, deeply and intensely. Then you will both be light to continue the walk. Because those who don't know how to forgive continue to carry their karma there, because the request for forgiveness has already been made. So realize that one is independent of the other. If you ask for forgiveness but the other person doesn't forgive you, everything is fine with you, the other person still has a long way to go before realizing that they need to forgive you. Now, the one who suffered the damage, forgives and the other for him is everything right what he did? This other person will also have to think a little more, because he will probably repeat with someone else what that one did. So nothing goes both ways, the request for forgiveness and forgiving is individual, it doesn't matter what the other person feels, it doesn't matter if the other person receives what you emanated, the trajectory is yours. So you have to be concerned about your trajectory, about asking for forgiveness or forgiving. And it is in this way, only in this way, that you will cleanse yourself of the hurts and mistakes caused along your journey. There is no other way. There is no powerful machine that you will enter and come out clean. Everything is learning. Everything is change. Now, for each request for forgiveness or forgiveness itself, there must be learning not to repeat the same action. Because if this happens, it becomes increasingly difficult for that heart to be able to forgive or ask for forgiveness, because the suffering becomes increasingly amplified. So don't waste time. The time is for forgiveness and asking for forgiveness. Only in this way, effectively, are you cleansing your souls and beginning to walk more quickly towards the fifth dimension. And be sure that each request for forgiveness or each forgiveness brings immense learning to your own souls. Many may be thinking that everything is very simple and very easy to get rid of everything by acting this way. Just don't think you're so smart. Both forgiving and asking for forgiveness must be accompanied by that important feeling, unconditional love. Because he is the one who will make you forgive or ask for forgiveness. If it is not coupled to these feelings, it will be of no use, you will just be fooling yourself. The ego saying, "Ah, I forgave. Ah, I asked for forgiveness, now it's over." No, no, there is no ego. The ego cannot think that the act itself is enough, a lot of love is needed. Why? Because when you ask for forgiveness or forgive, there are feelings involved, hurt, resentment, anger, revenge, hatred, just negative feelings. If this were not the case, there would be no need to ask for forgiveness or to forgive. Then these feelings need to be transformed into unconditional love. Then the request for forgiveness and forgiving are valid. And they are worth a lot, because unconditional love won. So don't think it's that easy and simple. And I'll say one more thing, every lesson to be learned, every lesson that appears, don't see it as an immense problem, see it as a lesson, in which you need to analyze, study, research in books, as if it were a test. And by doing all this with your heart, you can get through the lesson. So at every point in your lives, where you realize that something is missing, it's not working, it's not going the way you want, there's something to be analyzed. Stop, ask your higher self what you need to see and are not seeing. And trust that the answer will come, and in this way you will be able to overcome this obstacle intelligently and easily. Ask for help. We are not around you as decoration, just to protect you when you remember to ask for our help. We are there to help you in any situation that is for the growth of your souls. Don't forget that.